The following is a production of WCMP Sports. It's time for volleyball action here on WCMP. First serve is coming up shortly, but now we send it to the court for the call of this match.
It's almost time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment. Highway 65 in Isanti. Or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's broadcast of high school volleyball here on WCMP. We're on 100.9 FM this evening here on WCMP for this Section 5 Single A quarterfinal matchup between your Braham Bombers and the Pine River-Backus Tigers. This game being played up in northern part of Minnesota, not too far north, but just a little bit of a nice drive up here to Aiken, Minnesota, where this game is taking place. You hear the cheers. I promise the game has not started yet. No, that is Braham just warming up right now. They're just getting things going and trying to get themselves prepared for what is to come here in about 10 minutes' time. We will have first serve here at Aiken High School, where the Braham Bombers will take on the Pine River-Backus Tigers here in this Section 5 Single A quarterfinal matchup. I was about to say semifinals. That's not till Wednesday, but yes, or Thursday, I apologize. But this will be a good one here between these two teams. It should be a fun one as well, as the Braham Bombers again going to be taking on the Pine River-Backus Tigers. And as we take a look at these two teams, Pine River-Backus, both these teams, of course, in Section 5 Single A, but there are 4 different pods of Section 5A. There's Pod A, B, C, and D. Braham is in Pod D, and Pine River-Backus is in Pod C. And these two teams, actually, I believe, I don't remember if it was these two or Mille Lacs and Pine River-Backus. I don't remember, but these 4 teams were here last year at around this time, and it was either, again, that Mille Lacs beat Pine River-Backus, or they beat one of the other teams. I don't remember who it was. I could probably go back and look as we are looking back at the schedule here for Pine River-Backus. They beat McGregor 3-0 to get to this spot here in Aiken, but on the season, a pretty good year. They lost their final matchup to Barnesville 3-1, but other than that, there's not too many L's on their schedule, as they did go 24-4 overall on their regular season schedule. As we look to last year, it was in fact Braham that they beat. Well, first they beat Mille Lacs here last year, so it was Mille Lacs and Pine River-Backus that played here last year, and then Pine River-Backus defeated Braham in Crosby the following Thursday last year, 3-0. So it'll be a little bit of a shake-up here this year for these two teams again. Mille Lacs fell to them last year, and I believe Braham might have actually played Hill City. I don't remember who it was, but that's another game we'll see here in just a little bit as we take a look at Braham. Braham has had a pretty darn good year. This is a team that you haven't really been able to overlook too much, because if you do, well, you're going to be in some trouble, because, man, does Braham know how to capitalize. I mean, they nearly beat 2 of the top teams in this conference in Rush City and Pine City. They won all 5 sets. They wound up winning both of the first 2 sets over Pine City and Rush City in Braham, but then both Rush City and Pine City came back and won 3 straight sets. So for Braham, again, a good season. As we look last year, they did beat East Central in the first round. Then they did come up here and, as I mentioned, beat Hill City. So they're swapping teams of who they're playing this year. Braham played Hill City last year in this first round, and then they went on to play Pine River-Backus. This year, Braham will play Pine River-Backus in the first round, and Mille Lacs will play Hill City in the game right after this one, and we'll be here for that one as well. So stay tuned. We'll be here for that game as well as this one. But in this game, again, Braham having a pretty good year themselves. Looking at the comparisons from this year to last year, pretty similar. Last year, 15 and 13 on the year, playing 28 games total. This year, they're 16 and 11 on the year, having played 27 overall and only 1 playoff game. that against Ogilvie, who they beat 3-1 at home last Friday. So it has been a good week, or a good year here for Braham. Started out with them going 3-1 up at the Royalton tournament, only falling to Foley in that tournament. Then they went on to win 3 straight, against Barnum Malacca and Lakeview Christian. Then they fell to Nevis, beat Ogilvie, and then they hit a really tough part of their schedule. They played against Rush City, Mille Lacs, and Pine City September 15th through the 22nd, and they would fall in those ones by 9-1 in those games. The only team they scored a set on was Pine City. But then they went up to Reamer, Minnesota, and they took on Northland, Ogilvie, LaPorte, and Ogilvie again, and they won all 4 sets in that tournament. Came back, won against East Central, then had another tournament over in Mora. That was a tough one, but they played a lot of bigger schools in Hermantown and Becker. They fell to Mille Lacs, Hermantown, and Becker, but beat Uppsala. And then at the last part of the season, it's losses, but I think when you look at the totality of it, they're not as bad as they seem. They beat Ogilvie 3-0, but then they lost to Rush City, Mille Lacs, and Pine City in 3 consecutive games. But again, that Pine City and Rush City game, they lost 3-2, but again, I really think that shows you how good this Braham team can be. They knew that going into that final stretch of the season against Rush City and Pine City, they knew that those were the 2 teams sitting atop of this conference, and in order to knock either of them off, they had to get the victory. And not only that, it's Rush City and Pine City. Those are the 2 top teams in the conference, and those are the 2 games in which Braham seems to really have good games. They always seem fun. They always seem to go in those 5-set ranges, and it was fun. I was not able to call either of those, but I heard it was fun, and they went, as I mentioned, all 5. And Braham, I thought at the end of the year, despite in their last 5 games going 2-3, I thought they really showed a ton of improvement, and then they won over Hinckley Finlayson to wrap up the regular season on October 18th, 3-0. And as I mentioned, just last Friday, they beat Ogilvie 3-1 as well. So it's been an interesting road here for Braham, that is for sure. 16-11 on the year, 4-6 in the conference, 9-4 in the section. A lot of section opponents came just in the conference alone, but yeah, 4-6 in the conference. They placed 4th in the conference behind Rush City, who was undefeated at 10-0. Pine City 8-2, and Mille Lacs at 6-2. And I think Braham is going to be a team to be feared here in the playoffs. I think Pine River-Backus definitely a good team, and it deserves to be the number 1 seed at where they're at in this one. They're the number 1 seed overall in their portion of the bracket. They've split up the bracket very differently, and it looks to be like the C and D pods are playing, and then the A and B pods are playing, and then the semifinals will see the A and D pods playing, or A and or C, depending on who wins. So it's all different, and that's how, if you want to look at it, that's how to look at it. But Pine River-Backus, defeated McGregor 3-0 in their first round game on Friday, and Braham, as I mentioned, defeated Ogilvie 3-1 in their first round game. Both were home games, and now they're on the road here in Aiken, the home of the Gobblers. I was up here at Aiken, it seems like forever ago, but I know it wasn't that long ago. Middle of September, I was here for a football game, and the drive up here can seem long sometimes, but man, is it gorgeous, especially in the fall when you've got the leaves changing colors and you just got some beautiful afternoons. So it is fun to make the drive up here and be able to call this game between the Braham Bombers and the Pine River-Backus Tigers. Of course, Braham looking to punch their ticket to the semifinals on Thursday. That would be Thursday, in which the semifinals would be played, and then that would be played at Crosby Ironton High School. So if Braham were to get the victory here this evening over Pine River-Backus, they would move on to the semifinals at Crosby Ironton on Thursday and play the winner of Nevis and Verndale. So the winner of tonight's game will move on to the semifinals at Crosby Ironton High School on Thursday at 6 p.m. and take on the winner of Nevis and Verndale. Of course, the game right after this will feature another local team that we have called quite often this year, and I think at points maybe not often enough, but we will wait and call and get more info when that game comes around. That next game is going to be between Mille Lacs and Hill City. That will be right back on this very station, and that game will start at about 7:30-ish or 20 minutes after this game between Braham and Pine River-Backus ends, because they have to have that 20-minute warm-up period before they can start the next game. So depends on if this game's going to be a quick one, is it going to be a longer one. It all depends on how long this one takes when that next one will start. But got about 2 minutes left in this pregame warm-up between these two teams. It's going to be a good one. Of course, playoffs, it's one and done. You can't, there is no elimination bracket. There is no, playing back into the winner's bracket. It is one and done here in the playoffs. So for both of these teams, a lot on the line here this evening in Aiken. The drive home can either be long and even longer if you lose, but long and quite enjoyable if you do get the victory here this evening. Again, Pine River-Backus making their drive here to Aiken. Braham making the trip here as well. Braham has about hour 20, hour and a half, probably about the same distance that I drove. So it's a drive, but it is a nice drive nonetheless. So we're about a minute away from first serve here on WCMP 100.9 FM. We'll get our starting lineups and then our national anthem, and then we'll be ready for first serve here at Aiken in this Section 5A quarterfinal matchup between the Braham Bombers and the Pine River-Backus Tigers. I, of course, am Ethan Game Day Gilman, and thanks so much for tuning in here tonight. Thanks to all the fine sponsors who sponsored this broadcast. And so just before we get started here, let's hear a word from those fine sponsors. And when we come back, we will be ready for the first serve here at Aiken High School in this Section 5 Single A matchup between your Braham Bombers and the Pine River-Backus Tigers.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer. That signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank & Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get there. Franzen Bank & Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Choose the right divorce attorney. Spear and Swanson will make sure the judge knows your side of the story. Let them help you with your divorce, custody, child support, harassment, or orders for protection. They also handle DWIs and other legal matters. The right divorce attorney does make a difference. That's why you need to choose Spear and Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City. Call 320-620-7586.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our rapid mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com, be approved in 20 minutes, and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Ask for Kyle Nassine and Lynn Eby at Pine City Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
End of the season means savings at Minnesota Equipment. Save big on remaining zero turns in stock. Bravely, Aaron's, Toro, and John Deere. Buy now with 0% financing available. That's zero on zero turns. Need a walk behind instead? They got plenty of those too. On site and ready to go. The knowledgeable staff will get you the machine that fits your property size. Minnesota Equipment. Your neighbors. Your experts. Your neighborly experts. Highway 65 in Isanti or at minnesotaequipment.com.
Aurelius Manufacturing has been providing innovative solutions to customers since 1926. Specializing in the production of custom welded hydraulic cylinders for over 40 years, our focus is on providing value to customers through innovative problem solving, quality workmanship, and customer service. Our team works with your team to develop designs that provide the most value for your application. We leverage technology and craftsmanship, turning designs into finished products quickly and accurately. Aurelius Manufacturing is a proud sponsor of the Braham Bombers.
October is College Knowledge Month at Pine Technical and Community College. The whole month, PTCC will be providing a variety of events for high school students and the community to learn more about college options. College Knowledge Month is meant to provide future students with the preparation, opportunity, and support needed to apply to college. Join PTCC for a nursing program information session on October 26th at 2:30 p.m. Everyone is welcome. Learn more at pine.edu.
Most Americans do not have a proper will or estate plan in place. Many of you listening have been putting off that important task for a long time. Stop waiting and contact Spear & Swanson today. Spear & Swanson can help you put together a tight legal estate plan to make sure the assets you've been working so hard to obtain get passed on to your loved ones in the way that best fits you. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City. Call 320-629-7586. That's 320-629-7586.
It's almost time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment. Highway 65 in Isanti. Or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank & Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get there. Franzen Bank & Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Just about set to get going here, and the starting lineups for the Pine River-Backus Tigers, will be number 1, Hannah Barkus, number 3, Cassidy Bristow, their libero, number 24, Kate Travis, number 5, Brianna Hannikin, number 7, Avery Sawyer, number 10, Alora Dahl, and number 13, Caitlin Riley. On the other side for your Braham Bombers, it'll be number 2, Ella Doble, number 3, Ashlyn Giffro, number 4, McKenna Schroeder, number 5, Julia Kunke, number 6, Erin Zimpel, number 7, Sophia Johnson, and of course their libero, Jenna Burmaster, number 15. Starting up front, looks like it will be Doble, Giffro, and Johnson, and in the back will be Burmaster, Kunke, and Doble. And serving first will be PRB. Pine River-Backus. Serving it is number 3, Cassie Bristow, dug up by the Bombers and nearly getting the first point. They will. It'll be a kill there for Ella Doble. The first points of this one go the way of the Braham Bombers. The Braham Bombers get the first points on the board and lead 1-0 here in the first set. The serve there from Burmasters over, dug up by PRB, and diving dig there by Kunke is dug up and now hit across again by Doble. picked up by the Tigers, and now the kill there on the other side by Ella Dahl, I believe, number 11 for PRB. And she'll tie things up at 1 here in the first set. They get a substitution, and into the game is River-Backus. And now to serve is Alora Dahl for the Tigers. Her serve is up. It is over. Oh, and a miscommunication there between Giffro and Burmaster is going to lead to a point for Pine River-Backus. They both went after it, but neither one of them got a hand on it just because they were so close to each other. So that'll make it 2-1 in favor of the Tigers. Still way early on here in this first set, and that serve is going to be dug up. Diving dig there by Giffro and pushed across by Kunke. Dug up by the Tigers and looking for the kill. It's blocked at the net, but unable to get to it in time. Erin Zimpel, her feet got stuck in the mud there, so to speak. Just couldn't move her feet enough. And that's another kill there for Ella Dahl, I do believe. And that's number 11 right there. Or number 1, excuse me, Hannah Barkus. With the serve is going to be Alora Dahl. Her serve is over. Off the net, Zimpel gets in, pushed across by Kunke. Nice job by the Bombers to get that one. And now getting it over, but getting the dig are the Bombers. Pushing it across is Giffro with the dig again. Tigers blocked at the net by Braham. And Schroeder unable to keep it up off of the ground after she did get the block. Unable to get enough height on that one to keep it alive. It'll be down for a point for the Tigers. And this serve is over from Alora Dahl. Goes into the net, and I think they're going to say Zimpel went into the net. There's no way. She wasn't even close. As Zimpel kind of looks back at her coach and says, are you serious? That's the call anyways. 5-1, Tigers with the lead. This serve is over, dug up by Braham. And now going up for it is Giffro. She'll just lightly hit it across. And the Tigers have a miscommunication there, and that will lead to Braham getting their second point here, 5-2. Giffro will go back to serve now for Braham. It's 5-2 in favor of the Tigers. And the serve is over from Giffro. It's dug up by the Tigers. And just pushed across there by River-Backus. And now Julia Kunke looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by the Tigers, and the Braham Bombers had a chance at it, but unable to dive after it and keep it alive. So the serve will go back to the Tigers. Now Kate Travis with the serve for PRB. Her serve is over. Dug up by Giffro. And now Julia Kunke will look for the kill again. That time off of a Tiger hand. It gets down. Point Braham. And Braham trails by 3. 6-3 is the lead for PRB, Pine River-Backus. Back to serve now for Braham is going to be Ella Doble. Doble's team trails by 3. Her serve is up, it is over, and that's going to go off of Kate Travis backwards. And another point there for Braham. It'll be 6-4. Doble will serve again, her team trailing by 2. The serve is up, it is over. Dug up by Travis, and it goes into the bleachers. Another point here for Braham. And the Bombers trail by 1 now, 6-5. So Braham marching their way back into this one, down by 1. Ella Doble will be back to serve once again for the Bombers. Her serve is up, it is over. Dug up by the Tigers and going up, just lightly tapping it. Oh, kept alive, Julia Kunke. What great awareness there. She was looking for the quick block, but notice that the Tigers just lightly tapped it over. Barkus lightly tapping it over on that one. And it gets down for a point for the Tigers. 7-5 they lead. The serve is over from Barkus. It's dug up by Doble to the net from Zimpel. It gets over the net and at the net and not going to get over. That'll be point for the Bombers. That'll make it 7-6. Still in favor of PRB. Checking into the game is Sophia Johnson for the libero Burmaster. And now to serve is going to be McKenna Schroeder. Her serve just over the net, dug up by the Tigers, having to go over their own teammate, but they get it pushed across. Now the Braham Bombers have it. Julia Kunke will lightly tap it over. Diving dig by the Tigers keeps it alive, and they'll hit it back across. That's Cassidy Bristow who gets it back across. And now Sophia Johnson looks for the kill. It's going to go off of a dig and backwards, and then I'll tie the first set at 7. Braham will get one back there after Tigers not able to get that dig cleanly. McKenna Schroeder still back to serve. We're tied at 7. Schroeder's serve is over, and it's going to be too long. Over and out, so to speak. Substitution here as checking into the game for the Tigers is going to be Caitlin Riley. Jenna Burmaster checks in for Braham, in for McKenna Schroeder. Big time miscommunication there as Giffro got caught looking at her teammate Doble, and that'll be an ace for the Tigers. They looked at it and just had a miscommunication as to who was going to get it. Neither of them did, and it's down 0.4 PRB. The serve is over from Riley. Dug up by the Bombers, and getting it over that time is going to be Sophia Johnson. Dug up by the Tigers, and they will look for the kill. Diving dig there by Doble, racing after it, keeping it alive, and now getting it across is Aaron Zimple. Nice job by the Bombers, great hustle. And now nearly a point for Braham, but the Tigers get it across. Zimple with the set. She'll set it up for Kunke. Kunke gets that one off of Travis. Travis keeps it alive. The Tigers will push it back across right to Braham. Again, the set from Zimple. Kunke looks for the kill. It goes off of Travis once again. She's been around the dig for the large portion of it. Oh, that's going to be a discussion there for a while between the fans. That one definitely out, but the back judge says it was in. To be fair, it may have clipped that back line, but it was too close for me to call. I say out, but I'll trust what they say. They're on the court, so 0.4 PRB, and maybe that one should have been kept out. Ashlyn Giffro went after it, and maybe she should have left it alone. That one was traveling out as it was, so if she would have kept that one alone, it would have been out of bounds. They would have gotten a point back, but either way, 11-7 now in favor of PRB, and the serve is over. Dug up by the Bombers. Doble, and looking for the kill is Kunke, blocked at the net. Dug up again by Johnson, pushed across. Tigers somehow get to it in time, and they'll look for the kill. Dug up nicely by Burmaster, kept alive by the Bombers, pushed over there by Julia Kunke, and kept alive by the Tigers. They'll look for the kill once again, and it is out on the hit. So Braham will finally get one back. They trail 11-8 now here in this first set. Going back to serve will be Julia Kunke for the Braham Bombers. Her serve is up. It is too long. I know what she was trying to do with it. She was trying to take something off of it and get it into the middle spot where none of the Tigers were, but she just took a little too much, or put a little too much air under it, I should say. So that will go back to PRB, and now with the serve is going to be Brianna Hannikin. Her serve is over, dug up by Kunke. Now to Burmaster, pushed across there by Giffro, dug up by the Tigers, and the Bombers will look for the kill. It goes off of a finger roll. And getting into her dive way too early was Jenna Burmaster. I think she fell thinking that one was coming at her a lot quicker, but then her teammates got the block at the net, and it kind of delayed its arrival to her, and that's why she was already in her dive, so she had no choice but to try and dive off the ground, quite literally off the ground, and keep that alive. Kunke with the dig off of the serve here, and getting it back across is Ashlyn Giffro. Tigers with the dig. They lead 13-8, and with the kill, Julia Kunke, though. Oh, that was a really quick call. Not sure. It wasn't a kill, by the way. They called something. I was going to say that you can't call a kill that quickly. Kunke just got the dig as soon as they whistled it, so definitely didn't call it for the kill. It was for something else that they called on Braham. 14-8 now is the lead for PRB, and the serve is over. Dug up by Burmaster. Kunke right there to keep it alive, and then pushed across here by Giffro. They're trying to get that light push across, but just can't. They keep getting too much air underneath it, do the Bombers. And now Giffro will look for the kill off the block. Pine River-Backus keeps alive. They have been everywhere near the ball where they need to be. Pushed across, dug up by Kunke. Now to Zimple, and Giffro will get it back across. Diving dig by the Tigers, and they'll push it back across. Kunke again with the dig. Now to Zimple, and that is out on the hit from Sophia Johnson. That'll make it 15-8, and a timeout. I was just going to say a timeout might need to be called here if you're the Braham Bombers, in which they do. They trail 15-8 here in the first set. They have definitely had their moments here in this beginning set, but it just hasn't been going their way. And a lot of that can be attributed to the mistakes they have made early on here. They have had a couple of miscommunications here in this first set to open up this one, and that is something that you can't have here in the playoffs. You don't want it at any time during the season, but especially in the playoffs, you really want to have all that ironed out before you get to this portion of the playoffs, because this is where it all matters. And I know every playoff game matters, but this is where it gets even more crucial. And unfortunately there for Braham here in this opening set, they struggled a little bit with communication there. They had about 3 or 4 points that went Pine River-Backus' way, where it was just simply miscommunication. They either looked at each other and thought the other one was going to get it, or no one said something at all, or there was one where they even had a serve that was going to be going out of bounds for a point, and they tried to get it and keep it alive, but it wound up going off the end of their fist and straight out of bounds. So it's going to be tough, and I know it's playoffs. Your adrenaline's running, and you got to get settled in sometimes, but those are the things that you're going to have to key in on and make sure you don't make any more of those mistakes, because those are the ones that will go against you late. And speaking of, Braham comes out and corrects it right away. They watch that serve go over and out on the near side, so Braham will get a point back. They trail 15-9. Now with the serve, Aaron Zimpel gets it over. It's dug up by Travis, and the Tigers looks for the kill. Nice job there by Jenna Burmaster watching that one go long. The hit from the Tigers looked like it was coming right at Burmaster. She had her hand up initially, but then pulled back at the last moment, and good thing she did, because the Bombers will get a point back there. 15-10 they trail. Serve is over, dug up again by the Tigers. Cassie Bristow with the hit across, and now looking for the kill is Doble, but it's dug up by the Tigers once again. PRB will look just for a slight push across. Zimpel right there for the dig to Burmaster, and Doble will look to just shove it across. She gets the shove, and now the Tigers will look for their shove across, and unfortunately that one falls right in front of the diving Zimpel, and that'll go right back to the Tigers, 16-10. That's been what Braham has been trying to get all night, that just little light shove over to get the point. Unfortunately, haven't been able to so far tonight, but the serve is over, dug up by Kunke, pushed across by Doble, dug up by the Tigers, and they'll look for the kill right to Burmaster. It's going to get back over the net off of the dig, and they will set it up again for that strong hitter. That is Avery Sawyer, again dug up by the Bombers. Blocked at the net on Doble's hit, but they get the dig to the Bombers, and hitting it across that time for the kill is Sophia Johnson. Sophia Johnson with the kill there for Braham, and she's got 2 of them here in this first set. Jenna Burmaster will go back to serve, getting a needed break of Sophia Johnson, and in for her is McKenna Schroeder. The serve is over from Burmaster. It's dug up. It goes off of the net, and actually it hits the net, and it goes out of bounds. And point right back for Braham. They trail 16-12 here in the first set. Burmaster again will serve. It is up, it is over, and down for an ace from Jenna Burmaster to make it 16-13. Braham Bombers wearing their blue jerseys with the gold stripe on the arm. White letters outlined in gold, and that serve from Burmaster is long. It will go out of bounds, and PRB will get the points right back, 17-3. PRB, by the way, Pine River-Backus. I'll just refer to them from now on as PRB. It's faster. And in a game like this where you got to go quick, I'll just make it as quickly as I can. Oh, nice serve there from PRB, but getting the dig are the Bombers, and that is down from Ella Doble, the kill. And that'll make it 17-14. Ella Doble, beautiful kill. PRB ducked under that one because they thought it was going long, but that one tailed off. It took an absolute nosedive at the end of it. Got down for a point for the Bombers, and now back to serve is Ashlyn Giffro. Giffro with the serve over, and that one is going to be long. Braham has had now about 3 or 4 of their serves have just a little too much air under them. It's like there's a little bit of helium in that ball tonight that just makes that ball travel just that much farther, and Braham just hasn't been able to get a read on it. And Kunke will look lined up for the absolute terrorizing kill, but pulled back at the last moment. Dug up by the Braham Bombers once again. She'll line up for the kill again. Blocked at the net, but it goes out of bounds, so Braham will get a point back to make it 18-15. Going back to serve again for the Bombers will be Ella Doble. Kunke with 2 kills here in the first set. Doble will go back to serve. She has 1 kill and 2 aces. Serve is over, dug up by the Tigers. And dug up by Giffro there, and Kunke will line up for this one. Blocked at the net by the Tigers. They get it back across. It's dug up here by Schroeder, and Schroeder will line this one up, but that one sails on her and goes out of bounds, and that'll make it 19-15. And back and forth we go. These two teams keep fighting. Braham still trails by 4, but we're going back and forth. Diving dig there is dug up by Braham, and now Kunke looks for the kill. Oh, then off the block, the Bombers get it back across. The Tigers will get a chance to reset, and that one is through the Braham defense, so to speak. And that makes it 20-15 on the kill from PRB. Serve is up and over from Barkus, dug up by the Bombers and looking for the kill, and that one sails on Schroeder again. Make it 21-15. Schroeder trying to find that happy medium on that ball right now, just unable to find it yet. Barkus another serve, which is dug up by Dobel to Zimpel. Kunke looks for the kill off the block. Nice job by Burmaster being a good teammate, getting the dig, and hit back across by Kunke. Dug up by PRB, and they'll just lightly tap it across. Diving dig attempt there from Ashlyn Giffro, but unfortunately, she does get her hand underneath it. She did get the dig, but it goes under the net, and that will not count, and that will be point for PRB, and Braham will call a timeout here, trailing by 7 here in the first set, 22-15. So again, the Braham Bombers trail 22-15. And again, in volleyball, there is no time limit, so you don't have to rush or anything. There's no time limit for you to win or lose. You just go 1 point at a time, because that's how things are won. You can't get it all back in one, and I think that's something that, especially when teams are trailing early on and trying to get back, I think that's something that really does make a huge impact, is the fact that you get down and you want to get all the points back at once, and you want to just get that one big hit to get what seemingly all 7 points back, but you're just simply not able to do that in too many sports, not able to get 7 points back at once. And volleyball, it's going to go one by one by one. So if you're the Braham Bombers, just going to have to get it back 1 point at a time, trailing by 7, so you have plenty of time left to try and get back into this one. The serve is over by Barkus, dug up by Giffro, and now the hit across from Kunke, dug up by the Tigers, and they will line this one up. It's hit back across, dug up by Kunke to the net. They get it over to the Bombers. Nice job there by Schroeder, and PRB will line this one up. Off the block, it goes out of bounds. Zimpel right there. But that hit is just beautifully hit, because that went right off the block and out of bounds. And Zimpel was, she was ready for it. She was waiting, but just a nice hit by PRB. 23-15 is the lead here for the Tigers. The serve is over, dug up by Dobel, and Kunke will line this one up for the kill, but it's dug up by the Tigers. And again, Braham just can't seem to find an open area on PRB's side. They're just everywhere. Kunke will line that one up, though, and that's going to be a kill for Julia Kunke to make it 23-16. They trail by 7, and McKenna Schroeder will go back to serve. Looks like Tigers will get a quick sub, though. It's going to be Deborah Popkis out, and for hers, Caitlin Riley. Serve is up, and it is over by McKenna Schroeder. Dug up by the Tigers. They'll line it up for the hit. Dug up by Schroeder. It hits the beam up top, but they keep it alive, and getting it, unfortunately, Sophia Johnson got into the net as she tried to keep it alive. I'm not going to blame that on her, because she was doing everything she could just to keep that ball alive and trying not to get it off the rebound. Set point here for PRB. They lead 24-16. The serve is over, dug up by the Braham Bombers. Now Zimpel with the set. Kunke looks for the kill, and it's over the net. Might have been out of bounds if Zimpel would have let it go, but unfortunately she kept it alive, and now PRB will have another chance. It's dug up nicely there by Dobel. Kunke will have another chance at it. Goes off a block at the net. Dug up again by PRB. This one gets to the net. It's over and down by Julia Kunke. She just sat at the net and waited for that one, and as that one floated to her, she said, all right, if you're going to give me an easy one, I'll get an easy point for my team. 24-17, still set point, going to be set point for the next 7 of them if Braham can come back. The serve is over. I don't think Kunke got what she wanted on that one, but it works either way. Off the block, Kunke with the dig, Zimpel with the set, and now it is, Giffro who gets the hit across, but PRB with the dig. They hit it back across. It's dug up by Doble. Now to Zimpel, and pushing it across is Giffro. Dug up by PRB, and looking for the kill off the net. Oh, how is that not off the net? Definitely looked like they swung and hit the net, but apparently not. That swing looked like it hit the net on her follow-through, but apparently it didn't. So 25-17 will be the score of set one in favor of PRB. So the first set goes the way of Pine River-Backus, 25-17, but don't go away. We've got plenty more coming your way because, let me tell you, this one is not even close to over. We've got for sure 2 more sets, but I think that this one could go even further. I think Braham just getting those jitters out here in that first set, just getting everything kind of settled in. Of course, you don't necessarily want to be doing that in the playoffs, but I think that they've got it all out now. They've got out all the jitters. They know what they want to do on their side of the net, and we'll find out what they want to do when we come back. You're listening to Playoff Volleyball here on 100.9 FM WCMP.
Choose the right divorce attorney. Spear and Swanson will make sure the judge knows your side of the story. Let them help you with your divorce, custody, child support, harassment, or orders for protection. They also handle DWIs and other legal matters. The right divorce attorney does make a difference. That's why you need to choose Spear and Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City. Call 320-620-7586.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our rapid mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com, be approved in 20 minutes, and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Ask for Kyle Nassine and Lynn Eby at Pine City Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
End of the season means savings at Minnesota Equipment. Save big on remaining zero turns in stock. Bravely, Aaron's, Toro, and John Deere. Buy now with 0% financing available. That's 0 on zero turns. Need a walk behind instead? They got plenty of those too. On site and ready to go. The knowledgeable staff will get you the machine that fits your property size. Minnesota Equipment. Your neighbors. Your experts. Your neighborly experts. Highway 65 in Isanti or at minnesotaequipment.com.
Back here on 100.9 FM WCMP, your Braham Bombers trail 1-0 here in this Section 5 Single A quarterfinal matchup between the Braham Bombers and the Pine River-Backus Tigers. If you hear me refer to Pine River-Backus as PRB, that's what I'm talking about. And PRB is faster just because in volleyball you don't have a lot of time in between points and the next serve. So that's who I'm referring to when I say PRB, just so everybody's aware. Don't want anyone confused as, well, who the heck is PRB? That's who PRB is. Serve is over from Erin Zimpel as she'll start with this serve in the second set. And it starts off well as that one goes off of a Tiger out of bounds. And the Bombers will have the first point here in the second set. They lead 1-0. And you know, when I'm calling these games for these local teams, it's like, man, can they just win 25-0 off of one hit, please? I want to see all our local teams do well and move on. And, oh, my goodness, nice hit there from Cassidy Bristow for the Tigers. Really nothing they could do about that one. That was just a good hit from So PRB evens it up at 1. And Cassidy Bristow will get the serve here for PRB. Her serve is up. It is over. Dug up by Kunke. Now to Zimpel. And Giffro hits it across. PRB has it. They line it up. Looking for the kill. It goes off the net. Zimpel with the diving dig. Kunke keeps it alive. Nice job and hustle there from the Braham Bombers. Getting low for that dig is Zimpel. And hitting it, into the net. That time is Ella Doble. She had it lined up perfectly, but hit it into the net. And unfortunately, that will be point for PRB. Serve is over, dug up by Kunke, and looking for the kill. Oh, I thought so. Doble. Yeah, you know, they've called Braham on a lot of these, but they haven't called PRB yet, and that's, I don't know. PRB has definitely had their hands into the net a few times. That has been quick, but I've definitely seen it. Either way, We'll stick with the call. We know these refs do a hard job down there as this serve from PRB is out. We know they do a hard job, and they're volunteers taking time out of their day to do this. We very much appreciate them, and we'll stick with what they call, out of respect. Doesn't mean we can't disagree, though, but we got to do it respectfully. Jenna Burmaster, that's my PSA for the day, by the way. Jenna Burmaster's serve is over here. Pine River-Backus gets the dig. They line up for the kill, and that is down in front of Jenna Burmaster. Her diving dig is not enough, and now PRB will line up to serve. That's going to be Alora Dahl, who gets set for the serve. She runs up on this one, gets it over. It's dug up by Giffro, kept alive by Zimpel, pushed across by Giffro. PRB gets the dig, and they'll line up for just a light tap over, but it goes out of bounds. The light tap over was close, but it does go a little bit too far, and it's out of bounds. Braham will get the point back there, and they trail by 1, 4-3. Ashlyn Giffro back to serve here for Braham. Their serve is up, it is over. Dug up by the Tigers, and they'll line this one up, and that is down. Giffro tried to get a hand on it, but just a tad bit behind on that one. It should be 5-3. They got it 4-4 on the scoreboard. Should be 5. There we go. They fixed it. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Kate Travis with the serve now for PRB. It just gets over the net. The dig, it goes right back over, and PRB has it. They'll push it across. Dug up by Zimpel. Oh, and that's a miscommunication in between Doble and Schroeder. That's what I was talking about in that first set. They just seem to not be in sync with each other and not communicating real well because of things like that. And nice job there by Jenna Burmaster just to watch that one go long. It was well long and goes out of bounds, so Braham will get a point back. But yeah, it's very, very tough. Braham has had quite a few miscommunications here throughout these first early two sets that has led to PRB points. So gotta tighten those things down. And another long hit from PRB that's going to serve to aid the Braham Bombers points as they get within one of the PRB lead. Ella Doble will go back to serve. Serve is over, dug up by the Tigers. And they'll hit it back across right to Kunke, and she gets the dig, Zimpel. And now Kunke looks for the kill. It goes off the net, but PRB is right there. And the Tigers look for the kill. Blocked at the net by the Bombers. And going to be point for Braham. That one went into the rafters, kind of touched, looks like what would be the divider here, or where a divider could be to separate it into two sides of the gym. I believe that's what they consider out of bounds. And that one, we're going to have a big controversy here for one side. Ooh, the referee initially said it was out, and then said, wait. I went up too fast. I meant to say it was in. He waved his flag down, said, oops, that's my bad. So it's going to be an ace for Ella Doble. Referee, again, they do hard work, and they're volunteers, so got to give them a break. Serve is up, it is over. Either way, Braham gets the point back. Kunke looks for the kill. That goes off a couple fingertips, and Braham gets the point there on the kill from Julia Kunke, excuse me. Makes it 8-6 in favor of Braham. Back to serve is Ella Doble. Doble's serve is up, and that one's going to go long. So no controversy on that one. That one is well long. Almost exits the gym. 8-7 the lead for Braham, and PRB will have it back. I believe that is Backus who gets the serve. It is down as Giffro. Diving dig, not enough. And again, you have the Braham Bombers kind of just standing around. Not what you want to have happen. If you're Braham, they got to figure out that communication issue soon. Oh, that one's down. And I mean, you can't get any better than that for Backus. Right down to Giffro. That was a line drive. And again, it just doesn't get any better than that serve right there from Hannah Backus. Down for a point, 9-8, the Tigers lead. This serve is dug up by Doble to Zimpel. And looking for the kill is Schroeder. And that one, she just can't get it down right now as to what the ball is doing. She's hit long quite a few times, and I'm not blaming her by any stretch of the imagination. I know it's hard out there, but just trying to get that feel down. Kunke, by the way, looks for the kill. That one, dug up initially, then went to the set, and then it was hit out of bounds. Kunke with the kill, 10-9, excuse me. Kunke has 6 kills. Sophia Johnson with 2, the next closest one. 6 kills for Cassie Bristow for the PRB Tigers. And back to serve is going to be McKenna Schroeder. She gets this one down. The serve is over. Dug up by the Tigers. It's back across. Dug up by 2 Braham Bombers. Now that'll line up Julia Kunke for the kill, but PRB gets to it, and they keep it alive. I don't know how, and that one's going to go into the rafters. It's going to be Braham point, and that'll tie it at 10 apiece. Good hustle there by PRB, but that one just goes into the rafters and stays on the side of Braham. And a lot of times these roofs just seem too low. You go to the collegiate stage and they're much higher, but I mean, it's high school. You can't go too much higher. Off the block at the net, Braham will get the dig. Kunke looks for the kill, and it's gonna be, so Kunke would have gotten the kill anyways, but they get a whistle on PRB before the kill got fully over with, and point Braham, 11-10. Back and forth we go here in this second set. Braham trails 1-0, but here in this second set, they're feeling it. Schroeder with the serve. It is over. Dug up by the Tigers. And they'll hit it back across, and it goes long. Braham will get another point back as they lead 12-10. McKenna Schroeder with the serve. It is into the net. So not what you want to do if you're Braham. That is a free and easy point for the other team, and they don't even have to do any work. 12-11, Braham with the lead. The serve is over, dug up by Doble. And getting the kill that time is going to be Sophia Johnson for the Bombers. That makes it 13-11. And Julia Kunke will go back to serve. She is part of 5 seniors, 5 starting seniors for the Braham Bombers. Serve is over, dug up by the Tigers. Diving dig there from Doble. Getting after it is Zimpel, and now pushing it across is Giffro. Tigers get the dig, and they'll line it up. Pushed over, and somehow off the block. Getting it over that time is going to be Sophia Johnson. And Johnson does a good job to keep that one over. Another point for Braham, 14-11. Like I said, I think we're in for more than just 3 sets here. Julia Kunke back to serve. It is up, and it is over. Dug up by the Tigers. They'll line it up. They look for the kill off the block of the net. That will definitely help as Burmaster gets the dig, and that'll line it up for Giffro for the kill, and that makes it 15-11. And PRB going to call a timeout. Their head coach, Josh Hershey, going to call the timeout here. Braham leads 15-11 over the Pine River-Backus Tigers here in this second set. Braham trails 1-0 after they lost that first set 25-17, but so far here in this second set they look much improved. Got those pregame jitters out, so to speak, in that first set, and then have just continued to improve their game here in this second set. But the miscommunication still a little bit of an issue in this second set. We talked about it in the first set. It was a little bit of an issue in that set, but then it kind of bled into the second set here, and we've seen 3 points, I'd say, about 3 points that have led, or that have been for miscommunications on Braham's side. So if they can really figure that out, man, this will probably be a lot more lopsided in this second set, and that first set would have been a lot closer as well. And I'm not trying to harp on it. Braham knows. Their head coach knows. Their head coach knows well what to do. Of course, their head coach, Tammy Johnson, she knows what she's doing. She's been a great coach for these Braham Bombers all year long. Kunke with the serve. It's over. PRB looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by Zimpel and Johnson. And we're going to get a whistle on Braham. Double hit call on the Bombers. So the ball will go back over to PRB, 15-12. And that's got to be one of the more frustrating calls in a volleyball game, a double hit. You're going, and you've got it set up on that third hit. You're thinking you're just going to be able to wail on the ball, and then all of a sudden you get an early whistle. Diving dig, by the way, from Julia Kunke. Don't want to miss any action. And then the nice just tip across by Erin Zimpel will lead to a point, make it 16-12. That was such a good play. I forgot what I was talking about. Erin Zimpel will serve for the Braham Bombers. Her serve is up, and it sailed a little bit, but PRB got a hand on it. They'll keep it alive, and they will hit it back across. Dug up here by Julia Kunke. Seems like they've got that communication figured out. And blocked at the net by PRB after the push cross by Giffrow. They get it back again. They look for the kill off the block. Kunke diving dig. Not going to be enough. And it will get down for a point for PRB. That kill there by Avery Sawyer for PRB. And, of course, their leading hitter right now is Bristow with 6 kills, The next one is 5 with Barkus. Kunke with the dig. Zimpel with the set. And looking for the kill is Ella Doble, but it's kept alive by PRB, and they look for the kill, just tapping it across. Zimpel right there for the dig. Burmaster gets it over to Doble. Doble hits it all the way across court, and PRB will line it up again. Soft hit, is just over Giffrow and Doble, and it'll get down. And that's something that Braham's tried to do all set long, and Braham hasn't been able to, but PRB kind of gives Braham what they've been wanting to do, kind of a taste of their own medicine, if you will. Serve is over. Burmaster with the dig, and Doble looks for the kill. That's going to get down, and that goes off the dig into the bleachers. And Braham gets the point back there off of that kill, and that kill goes to Ella Doble. 2 kills for her, 3 aces on the night as well. Now back to serve is Jenna Burmaster. Her serve is up, and it is over. Dug up by the Tigers. This one goes towards the front of the net, but they keep it alive. Dug up now by Giffrow. Zimpel and Doble will look for the kill. Blocked at the net. Dug up by Schroeder. Oh, and then a miscommunication twice in the same hit. Miscommunication. They finally got it, got the set, and then looked like Kunke and Burmaster had a miscommunication as they went after it to keep it alive. So something you don't want to have happen if you're Braham. I don't want to have that fixed here. Yeah, don't mean to harp on it. Just want them to continue playing, and I want them to move on. Serve is up, and it is over. Oh, and just long from Schroeder. Schroeder has had a tough first 2 sets here this evening, and let me tell you, when she figures it out, it is going to be good night. Schroeder, very, very good, but just a little bit off on her game here so far, and that serve is going to be down for an ace. And the server on that one's Laura Dahl, an ace for her. That'll tie things up at 17. Dahl will look for the serve again. Took something off that last one, but good one here, and that one's traveling out of bounds. Got over the net. Nice job by Braham, and they'll look for the kill. Will PRB. 2 Braham Bombers go after it. They keep it alive, and now hit back across by Sophia Johnson. Dug up by the Tigers, pushed across now. Burmaster will get the dig to Zimpel, and it looks like it's going to be Giffrow who gets the kill just on a light tap. So finally, that light little shove across where it just barely crosses the net, it gets down. Finally, they've got it working, did Braham on that one, and it's 18-17. They lead here in set number 2. Ashlyn Giffrow with the serve. It is up, and it is over. And Tigers will get the kill on that one just past the outstretched diving arm of Ella Doble. That'll make it tied at 18 here in set number 2. Back to service Kate Travis for the Tigers. Her serve is up, and it is over. Dug up by the Bombers and looking for the kill that time, and that is down for the kill from Ella Doble. Make it 19-18 now in favor of Braham. Doble will go back to serve now for the Braham Bombers. Doble will dribble the ball a couple of times, and here's the right-handed serve. It is over, and that one is just long. Tigers thought about it, but realized it was going long and then took their hands down. It is out and long. We're tied at 19 here in set number 2. It is up, and it is over. Dug up there by Doble to Schroeder, and trying to run after it that time was Julia Kunke. She got to it but did not get enough on it to get over the net. And the Tigers will take a lead here for the first time in a while. Serve is up and just over. Dug up by the Bombers. Julia Kunke will line this one up. That's down for a kill from Julia Kunke. That will make it 20 all here in this one. And going back to serve is going to be McKenna Schroeder. Looks like PRB will get a substitution real quick. And we're back to action. Schroeder again with the serve, and that one is over. Dug up by the Tigers, and they'll get the hit across. Oh, outstretched arm. Giffro kept it alive, but Kunke could not chase after it in time. That goes out of bounds, and 21-20 is the lead here for the Tigers in set number 2. Braham trails 1-0, and trails here in the second set, 21-20. The serve is over. Dug up by Burmaster. And Kunke looks for the kill. Dug up, though, by PRB, and they'll line it up for the kill themselves. Off the block, kept alive by Kunke, and now kept alive by Giffro. Hit across by Johnson. That's down for a kill on the side of the Bombers. It just got down in front of the diving dig of the Tigers there, but it does get down. It's 21-all as Julia Kunke goes back to serve for your Braham Bombers. It is up and it is over. Dug up by the Tigers at the net, blocked by Giffro, but she'll keep it alive on the dig and then hit across by Zimpel. Dug up by the Tigers. They line it up looking for the kill. Julia Kunke with the diving dig. Oh, another whistle of Braham getting into the net. I didn't see it on that one. Respectfully disagree, though. As we move on, PRB with a 22-21 lead. Serve is over. Dug up by Kunke to Zimpel. And Johnson will get it tapped across. And now looking for the kill. Tigers get it, but kept alive by the Bombers. And Giffro will hit it back across. Looking for the kill once again. Diving dig from Ella Doble. But not enough, and that'll make it 23-21. And that will be a timeout here called by Braham. That'll be their first here of the second set. They trail 23-21. Trying not to drop a second set because that makes it much harder to come back and win. Being down by 2, you got to go and win 3 straight. Not that Braham can't do it. They certainly can. We've seen it before. But it will be that much more difficult if you're a Braham Bomber player to try and come back and win 3 straight. Not that it's not hard to even win 1 set here in the playoffs. Every set that much more difficult in the playoffs. So Braham will come out of the timeout. They'll get back to the court. They trail 23-21. I like that timeout call there by Tammy Johnson. I like that timeout call. It seems like the right time. Your team, you don't get it to set point with that next one. You get the timeout beforehand. Let your team know, hey, we're right back in this. We just got to get a little bit better on the communication. We just got to be a little closer on these serves and be a little quicker as well. But they're right in it. 23-21. Braham trails here in the second set. The serve is over. Dug up by Kunke. Zimpel with the set and pushed across now by Giffro. Getting the dig is PRB, and they'll line this one up. Zimpel, though, right there. For the dig, and the kill for Ashlyn Giffro. Make it 22-23. Apparently my keyboard doesn't want to cooperate. Aaron Zimpel will serve here for the Braham Bombers, and that one's nearly down, but kept alive on the sliding dig from the Tigers. Hit across, Jenna Burmaster there for the dig, and looking for the kill was Giffro. Blocked at the net. That's going to help PRB as they'll line this one up. Blocked at the net. Oh, no, miscommunication again. Zimpel and Burmaster this time. Oh, my goodness. I won't mention it again because I've probably mentioned it too much, but they watched that one. They didn't. So set point here, 24-22. The serve is over. Dug up by Burmaster. And looking for the kill is Doble, but kept alive off the block by PRB and pushed across now by Giffro, dug up by PRB. This will look to set him up for the kill off the block, kept alive by Johnson to Zimpel, and Doble will again look for the kill. Oh, that's out. That's a tough one. I thought it got part of the white. Oh, no, they're going to... Wait, oh, we stay alive. I thought that was out. I thought they called it out. No, it's in. 24-23, set point. Burmaster with the serve. It is over. We stay alive as that one was in. They look for the kill, dug up by Burmaster to Zimpel, and Doble will look for the kill, and that'll tie it at 24. We're going into extra points. Ella Doble with the kill there that time. That'll be her 5th of this match. Burmaster. Oh, and that is something you can't have when each point is set point. Is a serve into the net. Burmaster. That's okay, though. You're still in it. You still only need a point to get back into it to eliminate the set point. Does make it tough. Does make it tough. 25-24. Braham trails. Here is the serve. It is up and it is over. Low dig, but they dig nonetheless. And off the block. Braham still has it alive. Kunke will push it back across for PRB. PRB gets a chance to line this one up. Zimpel with the dig. And hitting it. Oh, but out. McKenna Schroeder hits it out on that one. So the final here in set number 2 is going to be 26-24. PRB with a 2-0 lead, and that's going to make it pretty difficult here for Braham. Again, doesn't mean that they can't come back and get the victory, but that will make it that much harder. So the Braham Bombers will trail now 2-0 to the Pine River-Backus Tigers as we move on into the 3rd set. When we get back after a word from our fine sponsors, you're listening to Volleyball on 100.9 FM, WCMP.
Aurelius Manufacturing has been providing innovative solutions to customers since 1926. Specializing in the production of custom welded hydraulic cylinders for over 40 years, our focus is on providing value to customers through innovative problem solving, quality workmanship, and customer service. Our team works with your team to develop designs that provide the most value for your application. We leverage technology and craftsmanship, turning designs into finished products quickly and accurately. Aurelius Manufacturing is a proud sponsor of the Braham Bombers.
October is College Knowledge Month at Pine Technical and Community College. The whole month, PTCC will be providing a variety of events for high school students and the community to learn more about college options. College Knowledge Month is meant to provide future students with the preparation, opportunity, and support needed to apply to college. Join PTCC for a nursing program information session on October 26th at 2:30 p.m. Everyone is welcome. Learn more at pine.edu.
Most Americans do not have a proper will or estate plan in place. Many of you listening have been putting off that important task for a long time. Stop waiting and contact Spear & Swanson today. Spear & Swanson can help you put together a tight legal estate plan to make sure the assets you've been working so hard to obtain get passed on to your loved ones in the way that best fits you. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City. Call 320-629-7586. That's 320-629-7586.
100.9 FM WCMP, the home for tonight's volleyball Section 5 Single A's quarterfinal matchup between the Braham Bombers, your Braham Bombers, and the Pine River-Backus Tigers, PRB. PRB does have the lead 2-0 after taking that second set, 26-24, in which it did really seem or feel like Braham should have probably won it, but PRB did a good job to come back late in that set and have the victory. So we're getting ready for the 3rd set now. And Braham, it's going to be a tough one, but certainly can come back. Quick substitution here. Schroeder, who certainly will feel like she hasn't played her best tonight. Struggle a little bit. She's just trying to find that happy medium with the ball right now, and so far just not able to. Serve is over, dug up by Julia Kunke, and looking for the kill. Oh, Ella Doble had that one lined up. So 1-0 here to begin this 3rd set in favor of PRB, and the hit across there by Braham will be kept alive by the Tigers, and then off the block and out of bounds. Tigers will take a 2-0 lead. Serve is over, dug up by the Bombers, and it's hit across now by Sophia Johnson, and it goes out of bounds. A 3-0 lead early on here for PRB. Braham trailing early on in this third set. It is over, dug up by Kunke to Zimpel, and Doble will look for this one, and it's dug up by PRB, but that is going to get down. Braham will get their first point here in the third set. And the Bombers will look to serve. It's Burmaster getting the serve. It is up. It hits the net, but it does get over. And unlike in tennis, if it hits the net, it doesn't matter. It's still alive. Kunke will push it across here for the Braham Bombers, and looking for the kill that time are the Tigers, but getting it back across, are the Bombers, kept alive there by Schroeder, and now with the kill attempt and diving dig by Kunke. She basically held it in her hands off the dig attempt, and it will go down to the court in favor of PRB. They lead 4-1 here in the third set. The serve is over, dug up by the Braham Bombers. Getting it back across, dug up by the Tigers. And back across, Burmaster with the dig. Getting it across now are the Bombers. And blocked at the net, but kept alive by Schroeder. Nice diving dig there by Schroeder. Back across as the PRB Tigers get the dig, and now it's down. Schroeder with the diving dig could not keep it alive. That'll make it 5-1 in favor of PRB. The serve, it is up, it is over. Dug up that time by Giffro, and she'll look for the kill. That is down for the kill. Braham will get the kill and make it 5-2. They still trail. And the serve is over from Giffro. It's dug up, though, by the Tigers. This time dug up off the push across by Zimpel. And that one is going to go into the net. And another point there for the PRB Tigers. Serve is over, and not getting enough on that one is Ella Doble, and that'll make it 7-2. This one is up and over. Julia Kunke looks for the kill, but it is dug up by PRB, and then Jenna Burmaster not able to catch up with that one, as that one goes out past her outstretched arm for the kill to make it 8-2. So the Tigers will get set to serve once again. The serve is up, and it is over. Two Braham Bombers go after it. They keep it alive, and now they hit across from Doble, but it goes and hits the red and white striped pole. That is considered out of bounds if you hit that. So that makes it 9-2. Braham struggling here in this third set. Not the set they'd hoped for so far. Oh, and that one wasn't even close. They looked at that one. Ella Doble kind of looked at it, and that one, unfortunately, was not close. 10-2 timeout here by the Braham Bombers. I think they need it. They're reeling right now, and they're struggling. They just need to come together and take a deep breath. You're only down by 8. You've got 15 points more before it's even considered done. If you're PRB, because they need 15, they're at 10 to get to 25. But if you're Braham, again, you can go on plenty of runs to erase this deficit and come back and retake a lead here in the third set. It's going to be tough, but certainly doable. There's Julia Kunke, their leader out there. She is just an awesome senior leader captain. I mean, she is, you can see it out there. After every hit or even a mistake, she says, hey, that's all right. Let's come back on this next one and get it. Let's go. She is their vocal leader, their leader on and off the court, and she has just been awesome to watch over the last couple of years. I know Adam Hefty has been able to call Braham for us for the last couple of years, and he's watched Julia Kunke, and she's one of their better players throughout these last couple of years. The dig for Braham, and then back across for PRB. Hit into the block, and Julia Kunke is going to get the block, but it's going to go out of bounds off of her block, and that'll make it 11-12 now in favor of PRB. Kate Travis back to serve here for PRB. Dug up by the Bombers, and Kunke gets the kill on that one. Makes it 11-3. So Braham gets one back as Ella Doble's going to go get set to serve. It is up and it is over. Dug up by the Tigers, and the light tap across, diving dig there from Zimpel, but it goes up and over the judge on the ladder over there across the way. That'll make it 12-3. Braham just needs something to kind of swing momentum right now. It really isn't, I wouldn't say favoring PRB, but just the ball is going the way that PRB wants it to right now. Dig off the Kunke hit by the Tigers, and then Kunke again looks for the kill, but it's dug up once again by PRB. Off the block at the net from Zimpel. Comes back for Kunke once again, but it's out. 13 to... Oh, wait a minute. No. That's going to be a whistle on PRB. So Braham will get the point here as it's now 12-4. Interesting. McKenna Schroeder with the serve. It hits the net. It does get over, though. And then that hit is out by PRB. I wasn't sure if that was tipped or not. It wasn't, and Braham will get another point back. 12-5 they trail. McKenna Schroeder with the serve. It is over, and unable to get a clean dig on that one was Caitlin Riley, and that is down for a point, and now it's 12-6. Schroeder serve, it is over, and dug up by PRB off the block of Zimpel, and Johnson gets down for the Tigers to make it 13-6. That is the 8th kill for Cassidy Bristow here. Not leading, it is second to Hannah Barkus, who has 10. This serve is dug up by Burmaster. Oh, and Sophia Johnson came sprinting from the front of the net to try and get the set. Ella Doble was there, and maybe should have let Ella Doble grab that one. Just would have been easier for her to grab it just because she's a little bit closer. Zimpel tries to hit that one. That's a tough one for Zimpel. She's trying to get it so it doesn't rebound off the net, but then is so close to the net that she can't hit the net with her swing. And yeah, that's a tough one as she does hit it into the net. So point for PRB, 15-6 they lead. Serve is over, dug up by Burmaster. Kunke will look for the kill. It's over, dug up by PRB. And they will hit it back across to Burmaster. And Kunke will line this one up for the kill, but dug up by the ladies in orange. Burmaster with the dig, but it goes into what would be the speakers on the basketball hoop. And it travels right down to the court. You can't blame anyone for that one. That's unfortunate. This time it's dug up by Burmaster cleanly and hit back across by Kunke. Dug up by the Tigers off the block at the net from Zimpel. Dug up by the Bombers, and Kunke again looks for the kill off the block. This one's going out of the gym. Would have been a lot cooler if I didn't have a hiccup mid-sentence. Either way, Braham gets a point back, 16-7. They trail. Kunke with the serve. It is over, dug up by Travis. Now to, Dahl. Pushed over by Zimpel, and another point there for Braham. 16-8. Braham trails, trying to get back into this one. Julia Kunke with the serve. It is over, and that is out. Bristow got the dig initially, but It'll be hit out after the dig. 16-9 now. Serve is over by Kunke. Dug up by Barkus and looking for the kill off the block. That's Sophia Johnson looking again off the block. Diving dig there from Kunke. Man, she's going to feel all of that tomorrow, but she keeps it alive. And this hit is out from PRB. 16-10. No. Yes? No. Yes? Yes. I thought I seen a ref say that it was tipped, but not the case. That makes it 16-10. Serve is up and it is over. Dug up by the Tigers. They'll keep it alive and getting the hit back across. Caitlin Riley. Dug up by Burmaster to Zimpel. And Giffro looks for the kill. Off the dig, back across the net. Giffro with the dig. Set Zimpel and hit across there by Johnson. Tigers get it, push it across. Burmaster, and we're going to get a double hit on PRB. That makes it 16-11, and PRB and John Hershey's going to call a timeout. Braham has jumped within 5 of the lead now for PRB. Still not over. Again, if you're Braham, it's been a tough go of things here in the third set. You got down early 6-0, but you slowly worked your way back and have got within 5. To begin this set, it definitely seemed way more lopsided than what the score shows, but Braham is keeping themselves right in it. They've got to know now that, hey, all we need to do, get some momentum our way. Start getting points one by one, and we're right back in this thing. I mean, they should have had the second set, in my opinion, but just unable to. And now in the third set, they trail 16-11. So Julia Kunke out of the timeout will get set to serve here for Braham, who trails 16-11. Her serve is up, it is over. Dug up that time by Riley, and then hit across, dug up by Kunke to Zimpel with the set. And looking for the kill is Giffro, but it's dug up by the Tigers. This time well, they're going to say into the net went Braham. 17-11 in favor of PRB. Brianna Hannikin with the serve for PRB, dug up by Burmaster. And now looking for the kill that time was Johnson, but kept alive by the Orange. Not the Orange team, by the way. Their nickname isn't the Orange like Syracuse. Looking for the kill was Avery Sawyer, but it is long off of her hit. And it'll go out of bounds, make it 17-12. Braham trailing in the third set. Aaron Zimpel with the serve. It's just over the net, dug up there by Riley. And now with the hit, dug up by Burmaster for the Bombers. Getting it back across. That's Doble, nearly hit the net, but PRB gets it. That's going to hit the speakers. Oh, and Zimpel got the dig. It hit the speakers again. And she went after it, but she knew she couldn't hit it twice, so she just let it fall. Heck, go after it next time. Sometimes the refs don't remember which number, and maybe you can get a free hit. You never know. No harm in trying. Serve is over from Cassie Bristow, and looking for the kill is Giffro. Dug up by the Tigers, and Burmaster with the dig off the hit from PRB. Now with the hit across is Doble, dug up again. And Barkus hits it back across for PRB. And, getting into the net. Sophia Johnson tried to just tip that one over. She did, but she just leaned into the net. That's unfortunate for Braham. 19-12, they trail. Still in this one, though. Not over. Julia Kunke with the dig to Zimpel. And the kill attempt from Doble is dug up, and PRB has to go over their own teammate to get the dig, and they do. And now looking for the kill is Giffro. Kept alive again by the Tigers. Looking for the kill, Zimpel. Got a hand on it. I believe they said Barkus with the kill for PRB. That'd be her 11th if it was. 10 for Cassie Bristow as well, as she's back to serve. That is going to be out, so Braham will get a point back. Any way you can get them right now, if you're the Braham Bombers, you'll take it. They trail by 7, a healthy amount, but again, any way you can get points if you're Braham, you'll take them. Burmaster with the serve. Hit back across. And Barkus with the kill attempt, but dug up by the Bombers. And now Ella Doble looks for the kill, and she'll get it off of the tip of a fingertip from the Tigers. And that will be point for Braham. Burmaster with the serve across. Dug up there by Riley, and looking for the kills. Barkus, Zimpel right there for the dig. Burmaster to Doble, now blocked at the net. Doble will get the dig to Burmaster, and Schroeder hits it off the net, and that gets down. Point for Braham, 20-15. And Braham showing a ton of fight, a ton of heart here in this one. Not giving up. Burmaster, the serve, and that's down. Got the dig initially, did PRB, but goes right into the net and down. 20-16. Braham trails, but they're hot on that trail right now. Serve is over. Dug up. Barkus will look for the kill. Light tap over, and Zimpel, again, her feet kind of just got stuck in the mud again as she tried to go and get that one, but as she was leaning, it was almost as if she just got stuck, just frozen in time, and she couldn't get after it enough. So it's point for PRB. Serve is over from Alora Dahl, and looking for the kill now. It's going to be Giffro, dug up somehow by the Tigers, and they'll hit it back across. Burmaster with the dig. Zimpel sets. Giffro with the light tap across, and it's going to be point Braham, 21-17. They will not go away easily. Braham says, hey, we're not done yet. They don't want the season to be over. Giffro with the serve. It's over. Off the net, blocked at the net by the Bombers, and Kunke will look for the kill. Off a block from the Tigers. They keep it alive and pushed across by Travis, Kate Travis, and that's going to go, oh. So apparently the heater vents are out, considered out. 22-17. Braham trails by 5 here in this third set. And they will call their last timeout of the third set, trying to keep their season alive. They trail by 5. They've come back, and they have made it a game here. Late in this third set, they trail. Pine River-Backus needs 3, but Braham, you can bet they're going to give every ounce of blood, sweat, and tears to try and stave off elimination, and then make it to a fourth set, go win that one, and get it to the fifth set, go win that one, and then move on to the next round, the semifinals on Thursday up at Crosby Ironton High School. Got some work to do here, though, but it's not impossible. Both sides get their players back out onto the court. Braham called their final timeout there. And it will be the serve for PRB. Kate Travis with the serve. Dug up by Giffro, and Kunke, off the block from PRB. Goes right back to Kunke. She had no chance at it. That one hit her right in the chest. Hopefully she's okay. It looks to be okay. She's tough. One of the toughest players. Serve is over. It is long. Very, very good eye there from Braham as they watch that one go line. That one probably one of the tougher ones to just watch. But they let it go. Ella Doble back to serve now for Braham. 23-18 the score. Serve is dug up by PRB. Barkus looks for the kill. It's dug up there by Burmaster. And Schroeder had it, but must have just lost it there. Makes it 24-18 and match point. Match point here for Braham. Barkus with the serve. It's over. Dug up by Burmaster to Zimpel. Julia Kunke, she doesn't want her season to end. It's over. Hunky will get Braham a point back. They trail 24-19. The game is not done yet, folks. McKenna Schroeder, her serve is up, and it is over the net, dug up by the Tigers, and looking for the kill off the block. Kept alive, but that is going to end it. And Braham's season will come to an end after that one. So the Braham Bombers fall here to the Pine River-Backus Tigers. 25-19 in the third and 3-0 in the match. So Braham's fantastic season comes to an end at the hands of PRB. It's a tough one to swallow if you're Braham. Definitely one they probably felt like they should have won. I mean, they were in it from the word go from that first serve, and just unfortunately just couldn't overcome some early mistakes that they had, and they fall. And again, that is so tough to see. That's probably one of the tougher things about calling these games. You see utter elation on one side, and the other side is realizing that their season's over. And these seniors, it's their last game. It's the last game, and some of them, most of them, won't be able to play another volleyball match. It's really unfortunate. It's really sad. So for Braham, that will do it as they fall here to Pine River-Backus 3-0. I know we'll see much, if not most, or even close to all of these Braham volleyball players back during the winter season for basketball. I'm sure we'll see them then. Again, most, if not all of them, should be back for basketball. I know about 90-95% of this volleyball roster makes up that basketball roster there for Braham. So they'll be back for the winter sports season, but that does not make it any harder or any less hard for these Braham seniors. And I just want to shout them out real quick. Ella Doble, Ashlyn Giffro, McKenna Schroeder, Julia Kunke, and Sophia Johnson. Those are the seniors this year for the Braham Bombers. So unfortunately for Braham, that is it. That is going to wrap up their season. And these seniors, man, they battled their hearts out here tonight. And down in the third set, I mean, they were down by as many as 7 points in that third set, and they never, ever showed an ounce of giving up in that third set. They continued to battle and continued to battle hard in that set. So Braham does fall, though, 3-0. That will end their season, and that will end our broadcast for the Braham versus Pine River-Backus game. We will be back in just a little bit. We'll get back to the music here on 100.9 FM, and then we'll be back 5-10 minutes for the start of the Mille Lacs versus Hill City game. The Raiders taking on the Hornets. So we will come to a close of this broadcast, this semifinal. The Pine River-Backus Tigers will move on to the semifinal on Thursday evening at Crosby Ironton. And our next game will see the Mille Lacs Raiders taking on the Hill City Hornets. So for WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. We'll head back to the music shortly, and then we'll be right back here on 100.9 FM for the next game between Mille Lacs and Hill City. Thanks for tuning in. We'll go back to the music here and be back to our next game on 100.9 FM, WCMP.